Hey gang, it's Maria here from goalietrainingpro.com. We just wrapped up the Turning Pro Super Camp here in Breckenridge, Colorado. I wish you could see all around us, but it's just an incredible place. So this is the camp for Turning Pro goalie clients, and that's the private online coaching program I do. But then we also opened up a few spots for people who aren't in that program that they could come and hang out with us. You know Mike Garman, goaliebygarman.com. He ran all the on-ice stuff. What did you see? What were your thoughts?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me, but the coolest part for me was just getting to meet a lot of Maria's year-round clients and clients, I guess, that follow you for a long time. Maybe it was even the first time you met a couple of them face-to-face.
Yeah.
But for me, what was awesome is everyone was just committed to getting better. So on the ice, our theme, I guess, had a lot to do with stability and skating. And so a couple of the tendencies that a lot of goalies have that tie into what you do all the time is the exact same mechanics that us as goalies want on the ice. And so we started with a lot of video from NHL guys, and we just showed these key habits, and a couple of them are just keeping our legs under us. And I've watched you now work out a bunch of groups, and so I've learned a little bit of the off ice, but how important it is just to always have a strong base. And then when you are moving, how important the strong but stable core is, and strong but stable legs are, so you can rotate, find angle, set on your angle. And we actually just shot a video in the gym, so check that out. But how you can now track down and come into your saves, which ultimately just shrinks the net, and then from that save you just rotate through to the rebound, and now you're on the new angle. And that's all goaltending is just this continuous sequence. And it was fun to be able to watch what you do off ice with what we do on ice and be able to just tie it all together.
What was the thing? So the very first night we watched these NHL videos, and Mike kind of broke some things down that we were going to look at. And what was it that you said that I really liked? It was just like save and then next
angle.
Yeah, next angle. And you know, we talk about sometimes like in the shutout lounge and even the Turning Pro clients, talk about mental chatter and how to keep that quiet. And I often suggest that you have some of these little like keystone phrases that are just short. You guys know mine is just find the puck. When I'm getting crazy, I'll just say find the puck. But I like that. It's just like next angle. It's just like a video game, you know. Where's the next angle? I like that. What else?
Yeah, I got a lot more for you. This has been awesome. So what we did too is Maria through the camp works on a lot of goal setting and kind of working through yourself in your own game and what's holding you back and how you can take steps through that. And so one of the topics that we were talking about is the reason why you say that is when you're saying that to yourself, you don't have time to be like, oh, I hope I don't get scored on here. There's 2 minutes left and I have a shutout. Like all the natural things that come through our mind as goalies, as our minds wander because we're humans, or maybe negative self-talk or fear, all these things don't have a chance to enter our mind. I know John Gordon says like when you talk to yourself. So instead of listening to yourself, you're talking to yourself. Cool. Next angle, next puck, next save. And it's just being able to, I guess, when you have that, when you work through it in a camp like this and you're not in the moment, it's funny, when that is your default, that's what's going to come out in the moment. I think just most goalies don't take the time to work through that stuff and have that plan going into battle, right?
Yeah. It was cool, and it was neat to do. We did sort of a round table strategic planning, and like a lot of the goalies had the exact same fears and anxiety regardless of the level or, you know, barriers. And so it was really cool to be able to talk that through and set, you know, sort of a 24, 48, 7-day, 1 week up to 90-day action plan. I really enjoyed that part.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because another thing that you actually mentioned was when you go up, it doesn't get easier. And that was for me, when I was playing, say, AAA hockey, I would just like try and dodge these challenges and try and not get scathed by the challenges, and then the challenges just grew at the next level. And it's not really until you face those things head on and you have a plan, and Mike Tyson says like everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face, right? So but it's like you have to put these things in place and you have to keep getting stronger to get through them, because it doesn't get easier. Like in the NHL, it's way harder than at every level before. So work on it now and take time to prepare. Like everything that you were teaching this week, I think was cool, because yes, it's off ice, yes, it's on ice, but it's really you as a person and as an athlete and a goalie first, right?
It was cool. And just as you're talking, it's neat. Like, and it's just cool to have dialogue with people. But it's like as you're talking, I'm thinking, you know, as an exercise physiologist, I'm like there's a most important muscle for a goalie, and it's resiliency. You know, it's physical, your resiliency muscle. You know, physical resiliency, mental resiliency, because I'm sure there are stronger, fitter, faster goalies who aren't playing at the level that the slower, weaker goalies are because they weren't resilient.
Well, no doubt about
Yeah.
that. Like there's a million kids I played with that had all the talent in the world,
Yeah.
but they weren't resilient, right?
Yeah.
Like that's ultimately, can you get up and do it again? Are you willing to invest to get a little bit better? Are you going to do a little bit extra?
Yeah.
And I think one thing that you and I talk about all the day is purposeful practice.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, for me, it's finding the right things first, because I was guilty of this. I would do everything, and most of it was actually wasted. And it wasn't until I really started to understand like the details that you work on with your clients, like when you really can double down on that stuff, I think that's when your results really start compounding.
Yeah, it was just a fantastic weekend. And then we had like a moose walked by the window when we were having. I went to bed.
There might have been one on the camera while we were talking.
Yeah.
Like if you guys saw a moose.
Yeah, like it's just. And I went for a run this morning. I saw 2 foxes. I've probably in like my whole life in Ontario, I've probably seen like maybe 2 or 3 foxes in my whole life. And I'm talking, it's like, oh, there's another fox. They're everywhere. But thank you so much for being a part of the camp. It was just fantastic. We will plan to do it again next year, so hope to maybe we'll see you out, and I hope you can make it again.
Yeah, come hang out with us next year here.
Yeah, see you.